Hey, it's Christina, and I just got back from grocery shopping. I have a chili cook-off that I'm coordinating for the community, and so hence the yummies right there. Yeah, those aren't on our usual grocery list for obvious reasons, because they would be going here anyway. So I got this email from my attorney in Alabama after my property manager came back and said said that there was this gang of Hispanics that were looking for me because they wanted to redeem their house. So anyway, my attorney gets back to me, and he says, hey, this address is looking to redeem, and this is the redemption letter that I have given them. Please advise. And I respond back, and I'm like, well, you know, since he usually asks me for the numbers, he doesn't just like create them himself and like, you know, give them out. So I'm like, well, what do you need advisement on? Because it sounds like you pretty much took care of it. And anyway, so, and it was far less than what I was anticipating. And so he wrote me back and he's like, call me. Well, I didn't have time to call him. So eventually he called me that afternoon, and we chatted, and he's like, yeah, you can't get the premium back. And, you know, I can put this amount of interest on there, and this is pretty much what you're entitled to by law. And he's pretty straight arrow. Like, he's like, you know, these folks, they cannot be expected to pay these exorbitant fees, right? And they're trying to get their house back. On the other hand, I agree with that, right? We don't, it's ridiculous to be gouging anyone and taking advantage of anyone. On the other hand, like, we do have true and accurate expenses that correlate with these purchases. And in order for us to be able to invest in these, we need to at least be able to be whole, right? And get our expenses back, plus some interest for our time. Anyway, so he told me that, which I had already known, you know, that the premium wasn't refundable. But then I ended up going to the attorney that actually closed the deed for me. Since one of the resellers there exclusively works with this other attorney, and that attorney, you know, closed me on that deal because I bought from that particular reseller. And I was asking, how come the quitclaim deed has one amount on it, and actually the quitclaim deed has the same amount as the tax deed? And the tax deed is the amount from the state, that's the price quote amount, and the quitclaim deed is from the reseller to me. And the reseller to me, that quitclaim deed should have the amount, it should accurately reflect the amount that I paid, which includes the premium. But it didn't have that amount, it had the price quote amount. And the other reseller that I use, that doesn't use this attorney, always gives me a quitclaim deed that reflects the total amount I paid him, which is the premium plus the price quote amount. So anyway, I was inquiring with this other attorney and saying, hey, what is the deal? What is the difference? Explain. And so she, you know, tries to explain, and like, I feel she was backpedaling for sure. But then she's like, hey, we have to separate the price quote amount, but then we can take your premium and any other expenditures for this expense, and we can group it into another category to make you whole. And I wrote back, like, please explain the make you whole. I was under the impression the premium isn't refundable, it is lost with a deed. And she wrote back and she's like, now if you're buying a certificate, the premium is lost, but the deed premium can be added into the expense to make you whole. And I'm just like, I'm feeling inconsistencies here, and this is what really has gotten me down in the past, because like, I just want to know the rules of the game so I know how to play them, and I can be strategic and I can be smart and not feeling I'm taking advantage of anyone, but not also be taken advantage of. And so anyway, I contacted my attorney back, and of course I screenshotted this other attorney's responses, and I'm like, so if they can do this process, how come you can't do this for me? And of course his response was, call me. And I did. And he's like, well, I put in a call to that attorney and they're out of the office right now. But I called a couple other attorneys that I know that do this. And they all confirmed with me that they are under the same understanding that I am, that the premium on deeds are not refundable, are not able to be reimbursed by the delinquent property owner. And I said, well, so are you saying that that other attorney is like, they're doing something they shouldn't? Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I'm like, okay, so if it is allowable under the law, I want to be able to take advantage of that as my right. Like, I said to the attorney, like, dude, you get paid anyway, no matter what. Like, everyone's getting paid out of this. I got to make sure that I can at least recoup my costs if one does go back, which is great. If they can redeem, great. They've spent 70,000 years dragging their feet in the snow, and now they want to redeem. Okay, you have the money, you can make it whole, great. But anyway, I want to make sure that I know what my rights are, and that I'm not giving away $2,700 just, because I'm not informed. So I'm going to get to the bottom of this, and I am going to report back, because I think it is a huge service to everyone in this industry. And bottom line, I might have to make a choice. Like, if it truly is able to be done and have the premium included in the redemption total, but my attorney is unwilling to because he feels it's going to take advantage of the delinquent homeowner, yet it's still legal and within my right, I might have to make the hard choice now to switch attorneys. And I don't want to, because this guy, I feel like we have a good rapport and he does his job well, and he has a sense of humor, which I appreciate. But is it worth $2,700 every single time one redeems? And again, I don't know what my redemption percentages are yet. Is it 1 in 10 or is it 3 in 10? That makes a huge difference when it's almost $3,000 a pop. It's like, So that's all I have That's all I have so far. I will report back when I know anything. So I'm hoping, like my attorney said, well, maybe I just don't know something. Maybe I'm just been unaware. So I hope that's the case, but I'm kind of thinking that maybe that other attorney is wrong. Anyway, that's all I got. I got to unload these groceries. I got like meat and dairy and stuff like that. And I got to get started cooking that chili. So hope you guys are going out and doing some business or making some chili, either way.